Hello, welcome to Lives channel. Today we will learn about one of the most emotionally devastating moments in recent Salem history as Tate Black makes a desperate final attempt to stop Holly Jonas from boarding a plane that could separate them forever. This heart-stopping airport confrontation promises to deliver shocking revelations, tearful confessions, and a decision that will change multiple lives in Salem. The devastating truth finally revealed. After weeks of painful deception and agonizing uncertainty, Brady Black has finally uncovered the complete truth about Sophia Choi's pregnancy scandal, and the revelations are absolutely earth-shattering. Brady's relentless investigation into Sophia's suspicious behavior has paid off in the most spectacular way imaginable, bringing to light a web of manipulation so intricate that it left everyone in Salem completely stunned. Armed with not just one or two, but 3 separate DNA tests, Brady now possesses irrefutable proof that destroys every single lie Sophia has been telling for months. The first DNA test conclusively proved that Tate is not the biological father of Sophia's baby. The second test confirmed these results beyond any shadow of doubt. The third and final test verified that Sophia is indeed the biological mother of the child, eliminating any possibility of baby switching or adoption fraud. This triple confirmation leaves absolutely no room for denial or further manipulation on Sophia's part. Brady's life-changing revelation to his son. With the devastating truth finally in his hands, Brady wastes absolutely no time in rushing to find his son Tate to deliver this life-altering information that could change everything. The moment Brady shares this news with Tate represents one of the most emotionally charged father-son conversations in recent days of our lives' history. Brady reveals to his stunned son that Sophia has been systematically lying about virtually every aspect of her pregnancy and the baby's paternity. She lied about the gender of the baby, she fabricated the entire story about giving the child up for adoption in Chicago, and most devastatingly of all, she completely deceived Tate about him being the father. The weight of this revelation hits Tate like a freight train as he suddenly realizes that every sacrifice he made, every heartbreaking decision he agonized over, and every moment he spent prioritizing Sophia's needs over his relationship with Holly was based entirely on elaborate deception. The young man's entire world transforms in an instant as he comprehends that he is completely free from the obligations he believed were tying him to Sophia forever. Holly's heartbreaking decision to leave Salem. Meanwhile, completely unaware of the truth that is about to emerge and change everything, Holly Jonas has reached her absolute emotional breaking point with Salem and everything this beloved town represents to her shattered heart. After enduring weeks of excruciating emotional torture, watching the boy she loves obsess over another woman's pregnancy, Holly made the agonizing decision to leave her entire life behind and start fresh thousands of miles away in Paris, France. The pain of watching Tate prioritize Sophia and her baby over their relationship became far too much for her young heart to bear any longer. Holly's plan is to fly to Paris to reunite with her mother Nicole and her younger brother, seeking comfort in the arms of family members who truly understand her pain. Before heading to the airport, Holly shares an absolutely devastating goodbye scene with her grandmother Maggie Kyriakis at the Kyriakis mansion. A moment filled with tears, tender embraces, and heartfelt words that leave both women emotionally shattered. Maggie desperately tries to convince her beloved granddaughter to reconsider this drastic decision, pleading with Holly to stay in Salem and fight for her happiness. But Holly remains convinced that leaving is the only way to heal her broken heart and move forward with her life. Tate's desperate race against time. The moment Tate learns from his father that he is not the father of Sophia's baby, his mind immediately races to Holly and the devastating realization that she is about to leave Salem believing a complete lie about his relationship with Sophia. Tate's heart nearly stops when he discovers that Holly is planning to board a plane to Paris imminently, and he realizes he has only minutes to reach her before she disappears from his life forever. In a scene reminiscent of classic romantic movie moments, Tate makes a frantic, desperate dash to Salem Airport, his mind racing with all the things he needs to say to Holly, all the truths he needs to reveal, and all the love he needs to confess before it is too late. Every second counts as Tate rushes through traffic, his heart pounding with fear that he might arrive just moments after her plane has taken off. The young man who has spent weeks feeling trapped by circumstances he believed were his responsibility now finds himself liberated by truth and desperate to reclaim the love he thought he had lost forever. The heart-stopping airport confrontation. The emotionally charged scene at Salem Airport unfolds with absolutely heart-wrenching intensity as Holly stands near her departure gate, clutching her boarding pass and carry-on luggage, her eyes visibly red and swollen from hours of crying. She takes one final, lingering look around the airport terminal, mentally saying goodbye to Salem and everything she is leaving behind, preparing herself for the life-altering journey that awaits her in Paris. Holly's phone remains tucked away in her purse as she has been deliberately avoiding calls and text messages. Not wanting anyone to talk her out of this monumental decision she has convinced herself is absolutely the right choice for her future. Suddenly, in the background, Tate's frantic voice echoes through the crowded terminal, calling out Holly's name with such desperate urgency that other travelers stop and turn to stare at the commotion. Holly freezes completely, her breath catching sharply in her throat as she recognizes that achingly familiar voice. The same voice that once whispered sweet promises and declarations of eternal love during their happiest moments together. Tate's emotional confession of truth. When Holly finally turns around and sees Tate running through the airport terminal, dodging travelers and luggage carts with single-minded determination, her heart begins racing with confusion and unexpected hope. Tate reaches Holly just as the loudspeaker announces boarding for her flight to Paris, and he immediately launches into the most important conversation of his young life. With breathless urgency, Tate reveals to a shocked Holly that Sophia has been lying about absolutely everything, that the baby is not his child, and that he was never unfaithful to her despite how suspicious everything appeared. He explains that Brady obtained 3 separate DNA tests that conclusively prove he has no biological connection to Sophia's baby, and that every moment of torment they both endured over the past weeks was based entirely on Sophia's calculated manipulation. Tate reaches out and gently takes Holly's face in his trembling hands, his touch both tender and urgent, his thumbs brushing away the tears that have started streaming down her flushed cheeks. He looks directly into her eyes with unwavering sincerity, his own eyes glistening with raw emotion, and begs her not to board that plane to Paris. The declaration of undying love. With his heart laid completely bare, Tate tells Holly that he has never wanted anyone but her in his entire life, that every single moment of the past agonizing weeks has been absolute torture for him, and that he felt trapped in a situation he believed was his moral responsibility but that never felt right in his heart. He admits with complete honesty that he handled the entire situation terribly, that he should have fought harder for their relationship instead of allowing circumstances to drive them apart, and that he should have questioned Sophia's claims more thoroughly instead of simply accepting them as undeniable truth. Tate's voice cracks with emotion as he reminds Holly that his love for her never wavered even for a single moment, despite all the drama and misunderstandings surrounding Sophia's pregnancy. He confesses that thinking about losing her forever to Paris has been his worst nightmare, and that he cannot imagine his future in Salem or anywhere else without her by his side as his partner and soulmate. Holly's impossible choice. Holly now stands at the most crucial and life-defining crossroads of her young life, torn between the carefully planned escape she has meticulously organized and the boy who is desperately offering her a second chance at the love she genuinely believed was lost forever. The airport loudspeaker announces final boarding for her flight to Paris, the last call echoing through the terminal like a countdown to an irrevocable decision that will shape the rest of her life. Holly's mind races with conflicting emotions, weighing the safety and comfort of running away to Paris against the terrifying vulnerability of trusting Tate again after experiencing such profound heartbreak. She thinks about her mother Nicole waiting for her in Paris, about the fresh start she could have in a new country far from all the painful memories of Salem, and about whether she can truly find the courage to forgive Tate and rebuild their shattered relationship. The boarding pass trembles in Holly's hand as she looks between the departure gate and Tate's pleading, hopeful expression, knowing that whatever choice she makes in this pivotal moment will alter the trajectory of multiple lives forever. Critical developments across Salem. While this romantic drama unfolds at the airport, other equally significant storylines continue developing throughout Salem that will have major ramifications for various families. Chad DiMera and Jennifer Horton Devereaux engage in an intense, heated argument that centers entirely around Chad's controversial decision to pursue a romantic relationship with the mysterious Kat Green despite numerous family members, raising serious red flags about her true intentions and hidden agenda. Jennifer, who has known Chad for years and considers him family, cannot understand why he would risk everything by dating a woman who seems to be hiding dangerous secrets and potentially manipulating him for unknown purposes. Their clash reveals deep divisions within the family about trust, judgment, and the lengths people will go to find love and happiness, even when warning signs are flashing everywhere. Marlena's probing questions for Rachel. Elsewhere in Salem, psychiatrist Marlena Evans finds herself in a delicate situation as she questions young Rachel Black about something the child may have witnessed or overheard, leading to concerns about what secrets Rachel might inadvertently reveal. Marlena's gentle but persistent questioning suggests that Rachel has stumbled upon information that could be significant to an ongoing investigation or family crisis, putting the intelligent child in an uncomfortable position between loyalty to family members and telling the truth. The conversation between the experienced psychiatrist and the perceptive young girl promises to yield revelations that could impact multiple Salem families, particularly if Rachel decides to share everything she knows about the adults in her life and their complicated relationships. EJ's mysterious agreement with Kat. Adding another layer of intrigue to the ongoing mystery surrounding Kat Green, EJ DiMera agrees to fulfill some kind of request that Kat has made of him, raising immediate questions about what exactly she is asking for and what her ultimate endgame might be in Salem. EJ's willingness to assist Kat despite the concerns other family members have expressed about her suggests either that he knows something others do not, that he is being manipulated by Kat's charms and intelligence, or that he has his own hidden agenda that aligns with whatever Kat is planning. This development adds significant complexity to the already tangled web of relationships and schemes currently playing out in Salem, with the potential to explode into major drama as more information comes to light about Kat's true identity and her real reasons for infiltrating the DiMera and Horton families. What happens next in Salem? The outcome of Tate and Holly's airport confrontation will undoubtedly send shockwaves throughout Salem's younger generation and their families, particularly affecting Brady, Maggie, and everyone who has been invested in this young couple's tumultuous relationship journey. If Holly decides to believe Tate and stay in Salem, they will face the challenge of rebuilding trust and confronting Sophia about her elaborate deception and the devastating consequences her lies created for everyone involved. If Holly chooses to board that plane to Paris despite Tate's revelations, he will be left heartbroken and alone, forced to deal with the aftermath of Sophia's schemes without the support and love of the girl who means everything to him. Either way, Sophia's web of lies is rapidly unraveling thanks to Brady's persistent investigation and the irrefutable evidence provided by multiple DNA tests, meaning she will soon face serious consequences for her calculated manipulation of Tate, Holly, and everyone else who believed her fabricated story. The coming days in Salem promise even more explosive developments as secrets continue emerging. Relationships are tested to their breaking limits, and characters are forced to make impossible choices that will define their futures. Monday, October 13th represents a pivotal turning point for multiple storylines that have been building tension for weeks, and fans should prepare themselves for emotional scenes that will leave them absolutely devastated.